Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Celebrity Big Brother recap. We are going to be talking about day 9. The preview looks fucking crazy. I watched a little preview thing of Megan's explosive explosion. I'm just looking at how much I have to talk about. 9:47, banter in the bedroom. Tiffany's talking to Big Brother. She's pissed that she has to be a puppet for a second day. She played the part yesterday to get along with everyone because they're all afraid of her, and that was just for show. Big Brother basically tells her, get the fuck out. 10-something a.m., Megan's starving. Darren says, I love the mash, and she's like, okay, gross. They both feel ill and weak, though. Gemma and Daniela are talking about Tiffany about flirting and getting in bed with Jeremy. Tiffany is bored of him already. Jeremy comes in and Gemma says, do you want to get it in? And he's like, oh yeah, it's frustrating with all these women around. And Gemma's like, you could get it in. And she's like pointing to Tiffany, and he's like, no please, that piranha's gonna snap my dick off. I must have missed a time in between there. 4:08 p.m. Daniela isn't feeling well and is sitting out. I think also somebody else sat out, but I didn't hear. They have to guess quotes said by other housemates. Gemma guesses the first one wrong. Second guess is wrong. It was about Tiffany being attracted to Jeremy. She denies it up and down, but eventually says, yeah, I will fuck him. He's fine. I will fuck him. I've been attracted to you since the moment I walked in this house. But yet, when confronted with the fact of do you want to fuck him? She was like, I never, or she said she was attracted to him. And so being confronted with that fact of saying that, she was like, I never said that. That's my ghetto Tiffany impression, because I guess saying ghetto is racist, and me doing that impression most definitely is fucking racist. Third is wrong. It's about Jeremy liking Stephanie more than friends, but he calmed down since they can't be with each other because of her boyfriend. She thanks Big Brother for ruining her relationship. Fourth is Gemma about Tiffany and the shoes. Tiffany gets up and immediately goes to get her shoes, and everyone tells her calm down. She's trying to speak up, and she said, I'm fine with it. I didn't even want those shoes. They're missing crystals. Your fat ass must have knocked those crystals out. They're fucking getting into it. Nancy, Angie, and Christina are talking about Tiffany wanting to be the star of the show. Gemma says, you probably ruined the stones, and Tiffany fucking flips out and tells Gemma to suck her fucking ass, and she's a fat ass. Gemma's happy to have her shoes back. She's like, I don't care. I could get the stones fixed. It doesn't matter. She doesn't care. 5:44 p.m. Stephanie's talking to Big Brother. She's really angry for them disrespecting her boyfriend and feels like the biggest douche ever. My boyfriend said she should feel horrible. Da 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 da. She is the topic in the living room. David, Christina, Megan, Scotty, and Jeremy. Scotty says she knows she's been over friendly and that's why she's upset. They pretty much all agree with her. All the cuddling and kissing in bed. Scotty says that Jeremy shouldn't feel bad. Jeremy has tried to step back, but it's hard. And David says you pretty much have to at this point. 6:20 p.m. Tiffany's in the diary room talking to Big Brother. She wants Gemma out so she can go off on her. Tiffany would call her a fat cunt. Calls her shoes old maiden shoes. If they were made for a beautiful woman, she should have put them back. She's a disgrace to humanity and women who are beautiful and classy. Stephanie and Jeremy are outside talking about their friendship. Stephanie says that is just how she is as a person. And he says it doesn't matter. People have perceptions about that kind of, touching. He says people are going to think he's the one coming on hard and he's going to look like a douche. She says she loves him to bits as a friend. I would never tell somebody I loved them to bits after 8 days with them. Okay. 7-something p.m. Oh, this is what they were talking about at the end of last night. This is what I talked about This is what I talked about at the end of last night about how they lost the task, but then they had to do that puppets were on one side, were outside, and the masters were on the inside of the house, and the puppets push the button quicker so they get the luxury food. Gemma is pissed they made everyone do all these tasks when they should have just let them have the luxury food anyways. Scotty, Megan, and Jeremy grab drinks. David has an imaginary interview with Rylan. Chris is sitting with him laughing. Tiffany wants to split a drink with Megan. Scotty and Megan are kind of fighting, irritated at each other. 1:47 a.m. Stephanie's in the diary room talking about... I said Sam. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I think she was talking about John and Tiffany and that whole thing. She feels like she's been annihilated the last few days. She feels like, Stephanie, her boyfriend's name is Sam. Tiffany's in the diary room talking about Stephanie. She feels annihilated the last few days. She feels like Big Brother is going to leave her. She feels like her boyfriend is going to leave her. Housemates are talking cleanliness, with Megan being the lead, talking to John, Gemma, Stephanie, David. She says she is pissed. Tiffany laughs. Or Stephanie's not there. She's in the diary room. Anyways, Tiffany's laughing. Megan immediately gets mad. She says she has cleaned up everything. She can have a drink. And people are like, what are you talking about? And like, nobody's criticizing you for having a drink. You're going nuts. That's what people are criticizing you for. She's pissed certain people do nothing, and John asks who she's talking about. Scotty tries to calm her down. Megan tells John, tell her, telling Tiffany, tell her she doesn't do anything. Tell her she needs to clean up her shit. She completely fucking loses it. Tiffany continues to laugh, and it just escalates and escalates. She keeps going off on, Megan keeps going off on John. And then she screams at John when Tiffany's laughing. She's like, John, you fucking told all of us to fucking walk out of this house because of Tiffany and her fucking fighting. And this shit, you're gonna lay there, you're gonna lay down and fucking do nothing. Stand up to her. And like, she is fucking freaking out. People are restraining her. Big Brother's like, fucking Megan, go in the bathroom. Megan, go in the bathroom. Megan, immediately go in the bathroom. Megan does go to the bathroom, but fucking, I think Jeremy has to drag her. Gemma, Daniela, and Darren are talking about her going off on John. Tiffany, David, Chris. Oh, so Jeremy tells her, you're getting kicked out, as he drags Megan out into the bathroom. Stephanie is still with Big Brother, gets told she needs to leave, and she's like, of course. Megan is going on in the bathroom with Gemma, Daniela, and Darren. She's going on about John. Tiffany, David, Chris are laughing about her being crazy in the bedroom. Megan gets told to go to the diary room. Scotty is in the bathroom and tells her to calm down, as she tells him, how would you feel if I said that to you? She screams, as she's going into the diary room, she screams, I'm not going to calm down. I've had bullshit all day. As she goes into the diary room, she loses it in there about John being a liar. John in the bedroom is talking to Tiffany and all the others, and he says, I wasn't about to dignify her like that. Wait until the light of day. In the diary room, she's completely fucking going off. 2:31 a.m., Jeremy and Stephanie are drinking in the bathroom, are drunk in the bathroom, dancing around, and say goodbye to Nancy. Jeremy and Tiffany go to beds, and go to his bed, and he covers her head in a blanket, and I think they make out, and then she goes back to her bed, which is a double bed, and calls out, I'm really lonely over here. And he says to her, love me long time. And she laughs. Whatever. Security comes in to get Megan after she explodes once again. That is completely, absolutely insane. I really hope she doesn't get kicked out just for exploding like that. I mean, she didn't get violent with anybody. I don't feel like she used that strong of language with people. I don't feel like she was really like being as violent and crazy as she could have been. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I mean, I understand her as a person who has had an eating disorder and hasn't eaten for days and explodes like that. I understand 100%. But here's the thing, what she was yelling about like is legitimate. She was getting mad that everyone cleans up and Tiffany's the only one who does nothing. And then the other thing with Jeremy and Stephanie, like, yeah, I would have a hard time too. He's fine as fuck. But I've been with my spouse 8 years. Like, I wouldn't do anything. We're pretty much like married at this point. Who knows how long she's been with her boyfriend Sam. So it's like, is it really worth not having some fun times with Jeremy because you have a boyfriend that you, like, why'd you go into the house with the boyfriend? That's the thing. It's like, I guess she didn't know there was going to be some fine model type men in there. Anyways, I will watch Big Brother tonight, and I will be back tomorrow with another recap. I hope you guys have a great night tonight. Bye!